Hey everyone on YouTube, how you guys and gals doing? So my knives are still at Peter's and I don't expect them back for another 2 or 3 weeks. And I want to do a vid just to say hi to everyone, all my subscribers, all my YouTube friends. Just wanted to say hi since I haven't made a video in a while and to show you what I've been up to lately. I'm fortunate to have been able to send my knives to Peter's because right after that it got really snowy here and really cold for my standards, for what I'm used to. You guys in Canada, my friends in Canada, definitely are experiencing much worse weather than I am, but I'm not used to it, so to me this is pretty bad. Enough to keep me out of my shop. So I need to do something with my hands. So I got to keep busy, got to do something. So I figure I would make sheaths out of either leather or wood. So I chose to start with wood because I've got some of the tools here to do that. And I've got some experience with wood. So I thought I'd try to make some sheaths out of wood. So let me show you what I've got. Show you what I'm working with. And my video is also to give thanks to Mountain Storm, which I'll get to in a minute. So this is a Japanese maple, a tree that fell during Tropical Storm or Hurricane Sandy. And I seasoned it in my basement, oiled the ends, and I was hoping to make a heavy stick or club with it. But maple, the nature of maple, is that wood splits as it dries. And I tried to season it the best I could, and it split. It split right down the middle. So I figured I'm not going to make a stick with it. I'm not going to be able to make scales with it. I thought maybe I could use this to make scales. Let me make a sheath. Since they're pretty much started to split right down the middle, I split the rest of this wood down the middle and carved out on each half the design of the knife, so the knife would fit in there. And I still have much more to cut because this is way too thick. All right, so the T is for top, this is the top end, and I'm going to be shaving all this down. And I'm going to be making it for, the sheath is for this knife. I'm sure the camera, it's not going to do it justice. Won't even focus on it. There we go. There we go. I haven't sold this guy yet. So, there we go. So, this is how it's going to look like. Of course, I've got to do a lot more, cutting and shaping. I am going to, because the wood is so thick, I'm going to cut it down to here. But in this area, I'm going to keep something to protrude. So I've got some sort of a belt or paracord that's going to wrap around and catch and stay snug, and then do some sort of a strap or loop with the paracord. I think it's going to look pretty good. I've got the grain that matches. It lines up pretty good there. The grain pattern lines up pretty good. And where else did I see some grain? So, do I see grain here? Yeah, I see some grain pattern here that kind of lines up. So I think it's going to look pretty sweet. The grain pattern here lines up. So that's what this is my second prototype. My first one is here. Again, it's a Japanese maple tree that fell. I'm in the process of shellacking it and sanding it, so it's not done. And I got the grain pattern lined up pretty nice. And these things here is some CA glue that I'm filling in the holes. Again, it's a prototype. I really didn't expect it to come out as nice as it does. This one was not as thick as the other one, so with a leftover piece of Guy Carta that I used for the knife, I'm going to put this in here. I didn't glue it in yet because I'm still in the process of shellacking this. And then, of course, the paracord or leather strap is going to wrap around here, and then the belt loop underneath. That's how it's going to go. Very typical of how Japanese hunting knives or skinning knives are done. Only instead of a leather with the belt buckles on both sides, I'm going to use paracord. It's whatever I have here. And this one has really good retention. You can see that. Here's the knife. It's got a little bit of dust on it. Guide card of scales, mosaic pins, and let me put that back in there. I'm going to show you the inside. Painted the inside black. I thought that was cool, but I don't think I'm going to do that again because then it's kind of hard to see how the knife goes in there. And my knives are sharp. Do I have it in the right way? Yeah. My knives are sharp, so, and the retention is good. You can see. Retention is good. So, those are my prototypes, and the reason why I was making prototypes is because I wanted to make wooden sheaths, Japanese style, for my two wakatashis. This one here is spoken for 440C, and this one you've seen in other vids in 3V. And this one has red scales with a red wrap, sorry, black scales with a red wrap. This is going to have a red scale with a black wrap, so I'm going with the black and red theme. So I figured, let me use Bloodwood. So I know that Mountain Storm, RW from Mountain Storm, works with Bloodwood, and I figured maybe he had some that he didn't need, and he could send me, you know, a choice, a top-of-the-line, great quality wood. And I knew, because of the kind of guy he is, that he wouldn't screw anyone over, so he'd be honest about the grain and which wood to use, which one not to use. Whereas if I went to a lumber shop, perhaps I would not have, you know, they would just send me whatever they have. They really wouldn't care. They wouldn't be honest. I knew RW wouldn't screw anyone over, so I contacted him first to see if he had anything. To make a long story short, he didn't have it in my dimensions, so I bought it on eBay, shipped it to him, and then, you know, for a fair price, he quoted me, you know, what it would take to mill it and then ship it to me. And actually, the quote was actually so low, in good conscience, I could not accept. So I actually offered him back more than he offered me. Again, that's the kind of guy he is. He's not looking to screw anyone over. That was his fair price, and I think his fair price was really, really low. So I actually offered him a little more. And then I felt good about that, because then it was fair. And let me tell you, if I were to do it myself, RW being a master craftsman, if I were to do it myself, I would probably not have cut the wood this thin. I would have cut it thicker to give myself more room for mistakes. Because unless you've worked with this before, with exotic woods, unless you have the right tools and experience, there's a good chance that the wood is going to cut the wrong way. And he did an awesome job. So actually, RW, just, if you think about it, you actually saved me a lot of time and money and aggravation. Because if I did it myself, I would only have, I have 4 pieces right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enough for 4 sheaths. I would have bought this much just for 1 sheath. Now I got double, so actually I saved myself money. You helped me save some money. But let me tell you how well he did this. Now, he had shown in his video that there were some cracks in the wood, but he was able to mill it in such a way that they are perfectly flat, perfectly usable. And I don't need to shave too much down to make the sheath. So you actually saved me a lot of time in sheath making. And this Bloodwood is beautiful. The camera's not going to do it justice because of the red, because I'm indoors, the wrong kind of light. The Bloodwood has various shades, from a really dark blood red color to a nice candy apple, and, you know, gradients of color in between. And it has that shimmering effect, which I keep forgetting the word for. Not as deep as tiger wood, but then again, I haven't polished this yet. Well, actually, I'll show you these down here. Probably not as nice as other woods, but it's there, which is cool, and it's red, so it's perfect for my project. So since I know he works with Bloodwood, and I know he makes Escrima sticks, I figured I would ask to have, to buy some of his Escrima Alright, so I know my camera, I know the voice kicks out at 10 minutes, so I got stopped. Now let's start again. So, I know he works in Bloodwood, and I know he makes Escrima sticks, so I had to have a pair of Escrima sticks. Now, guys, if you're into collecting weapons, why not also get yourself a pair of Escrima sticks? He made the sheath. I think he said it was the first time he made it. I didn't expect that. Beautiful work. Fair price for the Escrima sticks. Definitely a good price for the Escrima sticks. I know that Bloodwood wood is expensive. I know it's hard to work with. Gave me a good price on the Bloodwood Escrima sticks. And the craftsmanship is outstanding. Outstanding. I mean, if I can't make it myself, I will buy it from someone else. And this is something I do not think I could make. It would take me a long time to develop this skill. Very happy with this. I'm hoping the camera does its justice. I'm looking through the viewfinder of the camera, and it looks kind of orangey and yellow. It's not. It's red in certain areas, dark red. It shimmers again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let me just see. Let me just show you the octagon shape. Nice job. So check out RW. He also works with acrylic and, like I said, other exotic woods. Master craftsman. He's got an awesome shop. A great guy to deal with. Fair price. And he takes pride in his work. That's the kind of people I want to associate with. Okay, so thanks for your time, everyone, and I hope you're having a great weekend. To all, have a great stick. All right, guys and gals, bye.